think we're ready.
I think it's 10 seconds.
We're not showing any video. Are we good?
No Zoom.
Do it already. Good evening and welcome to the Thursday, October 26, 2023 regular meeting of the Walnut Creek Planning Commission. At this time, I'll ask our Commission Secretary to please call the roll.
Commissioner Reiser,
Here.
Commissioner Nating,
Here.
Commissioner Lezak,
Here.
Commissioner Pickett,
Here.
Commissioner Anderson,
Here.
Vice Chair Strongman,
Here.
Chair Ward.
Here. Okay, we're all here, so we definitely have a quorum. I'll go on to item number 2, which is our consent calendar, and I'd like to confirm there are no items on consent tonight.
Yes, there's nothing on consent tonight.
Great, thank you very much. So that brings us to item 3, which is public communication. The public communication portion of the meeting is reserved for comment on items which are not on the agenda. This means comments which are not about the Wolf Subdivision Tentative Map Extension application. Under the Brown Act, the Commission cannot act on items raised during public communications, but may respond briefly to statements made or questions posed, request clarification, or refer the item to staff. Additionally, I would like to remind everyone that not all speech is protected, and I will not tolerate or allow hate speech during public comment at any meeting that I chair. Hate has no place in our community, and our words must reflect our community commitment to equality and inclusion for all. So are there any members of the public in the chamber who wish to make public comment at this time? Okay. All right. And we're no longer doing any public comment by any means other than written communications or in person. Is that correct?
Yes.
Great. Thank you for confirming that. So we will move swiftly along then to item 4, which is public hearings. First, I'd like to start by asking if any member of the commission has had any ex parte communications relating to items on this evening's agenda. All no's. Okay, down the line. So let's move on to our project for this evening, which is the Wolf Subdivision Tentative Map Extension Application number Y08-007, 1900 First Avenue. And we're going to start with a staff presentation by Brittany Lenore, our Associate Planner.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, Commissioners. Brittany Lenore, Associate Planner with the Community Development Department. And the project before you is an extension of a tentative parcel map subdivision for the Wolf subdivision. This is a 5-lot subdivision at 1900 First Avenue. So this site is currently developed with a single-family home on the 1.34 acre lot. The lot is proposed to be split into 5 new parcels, each developed with a single-family home, which will require further entitlements, as this project is for the map only. This proposed lot layout is consistent with both the R8 zoning district regulations and the single-family medium density general plan designation. So the tentative map has been extended for 14 years, both through legislative bills and city-issued extensions. Under the Subdivision Map Act, the city may grant extensions totaling up to 6 years. So this request will be the last extension available for the tentative map. This extension does include revisions of existing conditions and new added conditions. Some revisions are related to outdated fees and outdated development standards. Others are for clarification purposes, and then some are related to engineering requirements. So staff does recommend that the Planning Commission move to adopt the resolution, which will extend the tentative map through October 23rd, 2024. So thank you for your time, and I'm available for any questions. The city engineer is also here as well, Kathleen, and the applicant is here as well if you have any questions for them.
Great, thank you very much for that. Just to confirm on the timing, it's a 2-year extension that expires next October because it actually relates back to the last year's application. Is that correct?
That is correct, yeah. So it was automatically extended for 18 months, and so we're taking that date.
Yeah, it was quite a winding path it took. I can see that. All right. Anybody else have any other questions on the commission? Commissioner Strongman, Vice Chair Strongman.
Just a couple quick. Will this be a private street?
No, it's a public street.
Public street. And final question, which is, I know if we granted permission tonight and they broke ground tomorrow, they'd have a hard time completing all 5 houses by October 2024.
So that is not the requirement. It's to file the final map because this is the tentative map only. So it's not for any development. They will still need to go through planning entitlements for the development.
Okay, so we're looking for another hearing at some point, or is that going to go to the staff only?
It, depending on the scope, if it's developed with all 5 units at one time, it's possible, yes, it will come back, depending on the entitlements necessary. But most likely, if they're sold individually and developed individually, I think the scope would be small enough that it would only be staff level design review.
Okay,
But we will have to wait for the applicant
okay,
to apply.
thank you.
Other questions? Commissioner Lezak.
So I had a couple of questions about the new conditions of approval.
Yes.
So specifically, number 45 speaks to a variety of agency approvals. Army Corps Permit 404, a Water Board 401, and a CDFW Streambed Alteration Agreement. Is there a reason that we think that there are agency permits required for this?
That's typically a standard condition applied, but I believe Kathleen may be able to expand more on that.
And before I take you there to bringing up Kathleen to speak to this, I'm looking at the original 2009 staff report that was provided as an attachment, and in it, it speaks to the environmental review, and it says, a preliminary environmental analysis found no issues that would warrant a formal environmental review document.
Correct.
So if there was a reason that we would think that an agency permit would be required, I would think that that would require some kind of at least biological evaluation as part of the CEQA analysis and would make this categorical exemption no longer appropriate. So that's why I think that that condition, if we know that there's something there, then this review is no longer consistent with the underlying CEQA review. If we don't think there's something there, and this is just a standard condition because the city now likes that standard condition, then maybe you could convince me that's appropriate. So I just want to make sure that I'm asking the question fully before you answer.
No, that makes sense. And I think I might need some assistance to answer that. So, Kathleen.
Good evening, Commissioners. Kathleen Terentieff, Engineering Department. That is a standard condition we generally include. I am not aware of any concerns regarding regulatory agency permits needed for the project at all. So if the preference is to remove it, that would be acceptable by me.
I'm really just asking for staff clarification regarding the appropriateness or consistency of the CEQA review. And if staff still has no knowledge of there anything on the property, and we still think the original CEQA is appropriate, I'm not necessarily having an objection to the standard condition. I'm just was curious to understand why this became a new condition, and that's why I brought it up.
Yeah, I mean, staff still agrees with the infill exemption that was applied. So this was just added because it's a standard condition we apply now to our current entitlement. But there's nothing that pinged it for us to add it in.
Okay, thank you. That is the answer to the question I was looking for, and based on that, I don't have any objection to the condition being in the permit because it covers things that staff may not know about that come up during that process, the rest of the process. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Pickett.
Yeah, do you know if any work has been initiated necessary to file the final map? Is the engineering underway, or?
No, I don't believe so. Kathleen can expand, but I don't think the final map has been any progress on that.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, at this time, we'll open the public hearing, and the applicant will have 15 minutes for their presentation. If they wish, or not.
Do you want to come up and say a couple words, Mr. Rule?
I just want to make it quick. Thank you for considering my request. Thank you, Chair and members of the Planning Commission. I know it was a long time, but there were a lot of circumstances caught up in the financial meltdown, having injuries that took me out for a while. But now we are in full swing and started the process for the final map. So this will definitely be the last time asking for extension, and it is the final one. We are aware about it. I just want to mention that it's not, the project is not just about providing houses, homes in this desperate housing situation. Living in that neighborhood, I sense the emphasis of environmental protection, nature, the park with the Lindsay Wildlife Museum, the maintaining of relationships, and the project should underline those the theme that is already in the neighborhood. So in other words, it's not just about providing housing. I want to add value to the neighborhood, not just to the future owners and to Walnut Creek, as there is a big public explosion in this neighborhood. So that is, in a nutshell, what I would like to say. But if you have any questions, I can answer them right now.
Okay, thank you very much. Commissioners, any questions for the applicant?
No.
Okay, we
Thank
don't
you.
have any questions. Thank you very much. All right, so is there any member of the public who wishes to provide public comment with regard to this at this time?
I'm not a member of the public, but I
Okay.
have something that I forgot.
No
We
problem.
did receive a phone call this afternoon regarding the application. She was a neighbor, one of the owners in the neighborhood, and she just had questions about the development. So I did clarify for her that it's the map only. She has no issues with the map, and she just had questions about the proposed development. So I told her they will need future permits for that, and she was okay.
Great, thanks for passing that along. All right, anybody? I don't see anybody, but we'll make sure there's somebody's not running in the door here to like do the thing. All right, I don't see anyone in the chamber who's going to do public comment, so there's nothing to respond to for the applicant. So we're going to close the public hearing and bring it back to the commission for comments, questions, deliberations, a motion, anything. Any comments, questions, et cetera? Commissioner Pickett,
I was going to make a motion.
please.
I would move approval of the 2-year extension for subdivision 9230, application number Y0-007, which takes
Second.
it through October 23rd? 24th, 23rd, 2024.
23rd, 2024.
I'll second.
Okay.
To clarify, that is to adopt the resolution granting the
Yes.
extension.
As written. All right, we have a motion and a second. Commission Secretary, can you please record the vote?
Commissioner Reiser,
Yes.
Commissioner Nating,
Yes.
Commissioner Lezak,
Yes.
Commissioner Pickett,
Yes.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Vice Chair Strongman,
Yes.
Chair Ward.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for coming. All right, so at this time, we have more. Come on up. All right. Brittany's going crazy today. All right. You're welcome. to make any comment you'd like. We're happy to hear from you. All right, so we're on agenda item number 5, commission considerations. So do we have any considerations?
None at this time from staff.
Okay. All right, so we'll move on to number 6, commission member and staff reports or announcements.
None from staff.
Okay, commissioners, none. All right then, so we will adjourn this meeting at 6:16. Thank you very much, everybody.
Sorry about that. I'm used to having someone after me start leaving.
Not quite the record, but close.